We got Erik Villasmil versus Brandon González. Let's meet both these warriors.
Soy Brandon González, yo soy de Zacatecas, México. Siempre soñé poder representar a mi país y pues la verdad que me hace sentir muy contento de poder demostrar mi talento y pues todo mi trabajo duro. Considero mi estilo de pelea como un peleador explosivo y bastante movido, me gusta moverme bastante.
Mi nombre es Erik Villasmil y soy de Maracaibo, Venezuela. Mi última pelea en combate global fue contra Ismael Zamora, un peleador muy duro. Me cansé un poco en el segundo round y bueno, fue una pelea muy dura, me dejó mucho aprendizaje. Es un gran oponente y entrené, me preparé muy fuerte para volver.
Yo sé que él es un tipo duro, sé que le gusta ir también hacia el frente, sé que es peligroso con esos volados y he visto que tiene una muy buena patada de giro. Lo que yo quiero es imponer mi estilo y salir por la victoria y representar a mi país en este día tan importante que es el Día de la Bandera, ¿no?
Mi oponente se llama Brandon González, es mexicano. Sé que es un peleador más de piso, pero también puede desarrollar pelea de pies. Nosotros nos preparamos, hicimos la estrategia para desenvolvernos en la pelea.
Siento que esta pelea voy a salir más tranquilo, pero igualmente agresivo. Me gusta el intercambio, me gusta ir hacia adelante y pues espero una gran pelea.
Puedes esperar un show y soy un peleador muy completo y sé que va a haber una muy buena pelea.
Entrando a la jaula, Erik Villasmil.
Erik Villasmil representing Maracaibo, Venezuela. And I don't want to be a predictor here, but look, Venezuela just won a great baseball tournament, and I'm sure he wants to keep that momentum now in the world of mixed martial arts, and he's not a stranger to La Jaula. The last time we saw him inside the Jaula in competition, he came out, well, defeated. However, he said, I was a little tired. I made some adjustments in my fight game, Alex, and I've been working a lot of my boxing. Is that enough to get this victory against his opponent, Mr. Brandon González?
It's definitely going to be a tough matchup, but I think the most interesting thing is that both these guys like to fight from the distance. Erik Villasmil, he's very entertaining because he does fun spinning kicks, spinning back elbows. Whatever he has in his arsenal is very entertaining.
All right, let's introduce now his opponent, Beatriz.
Su oponente, Brandon González.
Brandon El Prendido González turns again here to La Jaula, coming out of the Entrim Gym, training with the likes of Teco Quiñones, Pablo Sabori, you see here compete inside La Jaula. And just like his opponent, Alex, he too is a very fun and exciting fighter, throwing some spinning kicks, leg kicks. But I think what gives him his advantage is his ground game. Has many victories by way of submission, Alex.
Yes, he started training at 11 years old because his brother got into MMA. He also had a soccer teammate that he saw at one of the MMA gyms, and he saw him doing that jiu-jitsu stuff. And he was like, how can I get into that? And he fell in love with it from there. He was born in a 2000, so he's a young guy ready to show off his skill set at just 24 years of age.
2000, do not remind me that. All right, Villasmil out of Venezuela, 27-24 González. Beatriz Calles, former introduction. Take it away.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este duelo en la división peso gallo. We continue with much more action this bout. In the bantamweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Jonathan Lane, Elian Rodríguez y Lorenzo Toledo. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing blue, vestido de azul, su peso oficial, 135.8 libras, his official weight, 135.8 pounds, con un récord profesional de 2 victorias y 2 derrotas, with a pro record of 2 victories and 2 losses. De Maracaibo, Venezuela, vía Atlanta. Introducing the red corner, la esquina roja, wearing red, vestido de rojo. Su peso oficial, 135.2 libras. His official weight, 135.2 pounds. With a pro record, 3 victories and only 1 defeat. Con un récord profesional de 3 victorias y solo 1 derrota. De sangre mexicana, Zacatecas City, México. Brandon, el prendido González. El referee, Ramón Ramos.
Okay, we want to prove interest, ¿verdad? ¿Tiene pregunta? ¿Tiene pregunta? Que no. Que Dios lo bendiga. Step back.
And there we have it. Mexico fighting on Mexican Flag Day, taking on Venezuelan Villasmil. González out of the red corner, Villasmil out of the blue corner. And here we go, the final matchup here tonight on Fuse. Great to be on our new home. Alex, looking forward to this one. 135-pounder. Expect a fast-paced bout between these two exciting fighters.
Yes, the way these two fight, we could see a finish. They really go all in, really throwing caution to the wind.
Look out for those great heavy hands from Villasmil. He's just very fast-paced compared to González. Of course, Villasmil training out of the Atlanta and ATT, coming out of Venezuela, made his home here in the United States. Wanted to compete. Oh, beautiful spinning kick there. Just lost his footing as he goes toe-to-toe. Back and forth, the right hand, Alex. Holy cow, but did González have a strong chin?
Brandon González gets dropped. He quickly recovers, but sometimes when you get dropped like that, it's a shot to your ego a little bit. But he seems to maintain calmness, shaking off the cobwebs, and Erik looking to capitalize. Woo!
He surely has no glass jaw. He's willing to put up the test going up against Villasmil. El prendido, which roughly translates to the sharp one, or the one that's always on point. And he's gonna need that here against Villasmil, who's very sometimes unpredictable.
And Erik really throwing those haymakers, a lot of power being generated behind it, but Brandon trying to stay calm, looking for his own shots in the meantime.
And that's one thing that he stated. He was a little bit tired in that last fight, and taking those risks, taking those heavy shots, those spinning kicks, could take a lot of energy out of you, Alex.
Yes, 100%. He wants to be able to pick and choose the shots wisely. I mean, he just did one great one where he dropped his opponent, Brandon. But again, like you said, he doesn't want to gas himself out and just be throwing and missing and missing. He wants to be calculated, and he wants to find the chin at the right time.
Well, if we look at the record of the youngster González here in Combate Global, he's 2-1. His last fight was against Arturo Vergara, who has somewhat of a similar fighting style, and Villasmil, who's quick pace, stand up, and he ended up pulling the victory by way of rear naked choke in the second round.
Submission.
So maybe that could be the plan of attack in this bout for Villasmil. His last fight was against Ismael Zamora, who's a very quick stand-up type of guy.
Oh, and he gets dropped again!
He got dropped there. Villasmil does not want to defeat again. He wants to go back.
And when I talked to Brandon, he said that he was very aware of Erik's spinning attacks, and he said he was inspired by Alexa Grasso, who was able to get to the back of Valentina by timing those spinning kicks correctly. So we'll see if he'll be able to do that. It looks like he's waiting for his moment, but you can't wait too long against a guy against Erik. He's eventually going to be able to find you.
Erik here stepping inside La Jaula for the third time. His first time was back in August of 2022, defeating Daniel Malhani by way of knockout. And then in December, took on Ismael Zamora, ended up losing that fight in the third round by way of TKO.
Now we have 1 minute and 39 seconds left in the first round. I'm sure Brandon González looking to get a little bit higher volume. In May, he'll have his 1-year anniversary training at Entrum Gym there in Tijuana, and he's living in a fighter house. It's called Casa Malia, with 2 other Colombian fighters in his room, completely dedicated to his fight game.
And when you talk about Colombia, we've seen many competitors out of that country.
And he's to the back, his favorite position, gonna work in those 2
there it is.
hooks. This is where he wants to be.
We talked about that submission game. And as we stated, we've seen a lot of fighters here. Colombia, so many different parts of the world. We just saw Ecuador earlier on, Costa Rica, Combate Global. It's an area where we see all these type of talents from all parts of the world. Oh, trying to sneak in that knee, but nobody home.
Brandon definitely got a little excited with that back exposure, but those knees were doing some damage. But Erik being very smart, putting his hand down, being counted as a grounded opponent. Now we're back to distance, and Brandon laying with a stiff jab.
Ooh. Great back and forth between these two men. Erik Villasmil holding nothing back. It's a 135-pound clash between these two. Flying knee attempt.
And this is the fun stuff about the bantamweight division. They don't look very gassed right now, you know? They seem really clear in the head and ready to go into the second round.
Oh, prendido might take this one down to the floor, but he will have not enough time to do any work as this contest, first round, comes to an end. We'll be back with more.
Bajas mucho tus manos, tienes que tener tus manos bien arriba, circula y trabaja también más tus piernas. Trabájale las piernas. Está buscando los volados, tienes que esperarlo más, güey. No te fraques en el intercambio, espéralo, güey. Sé inteligente, movidito, punteando. Venga, venga.
Second round of action between Villasmil representing Venezuela and González out of the red corner representing Mexico, fighting on Mexican Flag Day. And in between rounds, Alex, corner of González. Hold on, hey, keep your hands up, fight smart. He's looking for those kicks, he's looking for those shots.
Interested to see the open scoring from round number one, all going into the direction of Erik Villasmil. No surprise there. I think the heavier shots were being landed by Erik. But we'll see if Brandon will be able to get into his flow.
And that's the open scoring, the round going to Erik Villasmil. Lots of time left here in this bout between González and Villasmil. Oh, he felt that calf kick there. Villasmil, though, throwing them hands, not letting anything go.
And really showcasing some of his spinning assets. But they happen so fast. That gap in time of being able to get to the back is so small, but it's a window that Brandon has been preparing himself to capitalize on.
Yeah, very similar situation as we saw in that pass.
He's in the clinch.
Oh, he tried to sneak in an elbow from González. Villasmil once again with those overhands and those spinning kicks. And it seems like González just reading him like a book.
And when I talked to González, if he likes to, work in the pocket, he says it's not really his thing. But in the clinch that we just saw there, being able to land those knees like he did, he might have some success. But we'll see what he wants to do at the distance here. Distancing his opponent, Erik. And keeping a nice head movement. The rhythm of the Mexican is really looking good right now.
Telling you, for those folks watching us infused, oh, great knee action in Muay Thai. Getting him in the Thai clinch. And I gotta give a shout out to the great canvas here in Combate Global, repping that dude color. Good thing they don't have to worry about those sandworms, you know, Alex?
Yes, that is 100% something that they could not be able to focus on right now when they have haymakers, spinning elbows, flying knees flying at them.
Things are a little bit more dangerous than sandworms right now. And that's March 1st, Dude Part 2, coming out in theaters. Check it out.
Yeah, that'll be a great movie night. A lot of action. Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet. A great cast. I think these guys should be casted in Dune. There could be some
I'm sure
good
they're
stunt
keeping
doubles.
a close eye. Hollywood's keeping a close eye on them right now. González laying in those vicious knees.
And now he is straight up chasing Erik.
Great back and forth action. Now González feels like he has the fight here. I think this was a strategy that it was. Let him gas out, let him throw everything he wants. I'll get him in the latter part of the fight. Trying to get him on the floor. This is where González likes to be. Many of his victories have come by way of submission. He feels very comfortable, and being on the bottom, on your back, is very exhausting, especially for Villasmil, who has thrown a lot of these haymakers and spinning back fists. They really bring down your energy very low.
And he has a very high guard right now, looking to make the most of it, giving up his back, though. We'll see if Brandon's able to capitalize here on his favorite position.
He may get the hook in the body lock.
Locking in that body triangle.
It could be another potential rear naked choke victory for El Prendido. It's a tap right
and
there.
He gets the win with his favorite submission.
Another victory for El Prendido González on a Mexican flag day. Oh, how sweet it is.
Making everyone from Tijuana right now proud, and his home country of Zacatecas. Congratulations, Brandon González, getting it done with flying colors.
Incredible action from these two. We will be back to make it official after the break. And we are back. What a phenomenal victory for Prendido González. Beatriz Callis with the official result. Take it away, Beatriz.
El tiempo oficial. 3 minutos y 40 segundos del round número 2. The official time. 3 minutes and 40 seconds of round number 2. And the winner, by way of submission, el ganador por sumisión de sangre mexicana, Brandon González.
Man, oh man, how sweet it is for this young man to pick up a victory here.